Yeah, it's getting crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, you can find your way, babe. Yeah, take a look around you, you can find your way, babe. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, on it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, Dubai with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an optical. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of me to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical.
Clearly now, the pain is gone, the fame is on, and they play my songs. Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real gang, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines when you find out. And getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Yeah, talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe.
All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke,
Yeah,
real
well,
mode.
we can hold the peace or we can wage war. But I'm gonna get what I came for. Rilla gang, that's a true name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sega Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest in. I'm tired of niggas, they front they blessings. They want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I'd like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with king, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You the laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transfer to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony, ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Ay, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend to be a king? It ends today.
Ay, all of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole open nuts on their chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury your talents. Cause I'm like a hawk when I bury my talents. Guess what I'm saying? I pray on these niggas. There was a day when I'd pray for these niggas. Now I got nothing to say to these niggas. I pray that God does away with these niggas. I keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. My mental is gross, but my verses are kosher. These girls going wild, but I'm not a poacher, so I just keep shining like Elon, I'm solar. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole open nuts on their chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. Gotta make this money, only game I know. I'm the only king, this ain't no Game of Thrones. Everybody wanna be a fucking king until it's time to do what a king does. Everywhere I look, it's just kids and drugs. Everywhere I look, it's just gangs and thugs. Can't tame the guns, can't save our loved ones. I grew my funds and I called the plug. Then I filled my lungs, I don't mess with that new shit. Y'all talking tough, but ain't none of y'all do shit. Y'all chasing money, you want the exposure. Y'all think y'all funny and snake Gucci loafers. I don't give disclaimers, I rap full disclosure. These niggas all think they were born in October. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have millions in cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole open nuts on their chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
This turkey tastes half as good as it looks. I think we're all in for a very big treat.
Save the neck for me, Clark.
Okay, Eddie.
Ho, 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 you lazy beesh. You better go, go, go to the fucking gym.
Swole Normal.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on? Beaches, booshes, bustas, hustlers, and yo-hos. It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beescast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you...
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam, welcome to the show. 3483 Monday, November the 17th, or as my computer says, Nov 17. So give it up for the last half of November. And, you know, we are going to... Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Super cool.
Wow.
And we are deep into Fuck Your Resolution season. So if you are slacking, and you know that, you shouldn't be slacking. But if you're slacking, now is the time to get off your fat, lazy, chode ass. Join the Swole fam. Join the greatest fam in the realm. Everyone knows. Everybody knows it's the greatest Swole fam in the entire realm.
Fuck yeah!
So join us over at swolenormousx.com. That being said, let's get into today's episode. Hit the like button, subscribe. We're live on Rumble and YouTube at The Daily Swole. And of course, join us over on Apple Podcasts and Spotify after the fact. If you missed it live, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame.
Shame.
Let's hydrate.
Shame.
And let's get into the show today. So we are going to tip it off. Let's see here. All right. I think we're ready. I think we're ready for the tip. We got some specials going on over at papaswolio.com for merch today. I am rocking the... What are you rocking? What are you rocking? Oh, I got new merch. I got new merch. That's right. That's right. Aww. Fuck your candy canes. I got new merch. It is in, and I'm liking it. And of course, the red GTTFG cap. Love this one. So that being said, what are you rocking today? Would you smash? Would you train today? Drop in the comments. I did legs yesterday and a couple upper things, but I did a lower workout and I am feeling it. So today is some much needed recovery, doing a lot of outside work. It's hot and dry, which is great. This is why people come down to Florida, but it is hot and dry. So I'm doing a lot of outside work, yard work. Perfect time for that. Getting some sun on my nips and tips, and then, but yeah, maybe a little sauna later. Remember your recovery. You need time. Nothing's gonna solve your soreness unless you just give your muscles time. It needs time. You can foam roll and you can stretch and do that kind of stuff, but you still need the time for recovery, for your nervous system, for your muscles. So it's not just, you can, the thing is, if you start doing all this recovery stuff, it is very stressful on the body, psychologically. And I've really thought about this a lot for people that go really hard with recovery, really hard, people that are obsessed with foam rolling and they're obsessed with, deep tissue massage, and there's a lot of great stuff with that. And I went through a phase where I was doing a lot of that, but I also think it could be very stressful too. So you got to be mindful of how many new stimuli you're adding to your body and just focus more on giving yourself just time to recover and doing the exercises properly, doing that hard, focusing on your nutrition. Again, this is why, and I always come back to this, I always will. It's the 7 pillars. It just comes back down to the foundation. Most people just keep on adding more things. Keep looking at what you can remove and what you can eliminate and how you can clean up your life and clean up your surroundings and just tighten shit up. Go back to the basics. It's always going back to the basics. Before you try to complicate and add something, at least be moving some stuff out. You should be getting rid of other things. What are you trying, and consolidate. Consolidate your focus, consolidate your efforts, and simplify your life as much as possible. I think it's really important. It's never going to be, that's relative. Simplicity is relative. So everyone's opinion is different. But when you focus on that, I think people will have more, you have more space. And you need more space in your mind. You need more space with your recovery. You just need more space for you and more space just to be and to not just to fill up. Stop filling up your holes. Stop filling up your schedule. Stop filling up your holes. That's what you should be focusing on. All right, let's get back to work. All right. So 7 pillars. Yes, obviously. Let's get into the first post, which is merch.
What's in the box?
From Alexandra Pacta. And you know her as your girl. So this is obviously Alex. She's
Hi, puppy.
the equivalent. I don't have like a hey mommy. So that's just like the generic, like, ooh, looking good. And she's looking great. She's got to go to the fucking gym crop and crushing it. Awesome. Alex is an amazing instructor and much more than that. And you should check out all her classes inside the Swolenormous app. And it's awesome. It's awesome. We love her classes and she's crushing it. She's got the nice body art. You know her, you love her. Nice round of applause. Round of applause.
I gave it a
Proof
10.
of gym.
A 10. A
Done.
fucking 10.
Proof of gym. Goated. Let's get into the tip.
Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside.
All right, we're going to start off today's tip with Swole Fam posts. So what do we got? We got this one from Ben. You guys remember the other day? Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? The picture that he sent. And then I was talking about, why are you smiling, man? And it wasn't smiling at all. It was just like a flat face. And it's like, stop smiling, dude. You look too happy. So we got to smile today. We got to smile. Aww. We got to smile. All right. So proof of gym, obviously, this post is funny. So let me zoom in. So if you want to read along, you can. Funny stuff. Ben says, another 5 a.m. grind, but I'm in a good mood. This makes 4 months of hardcore effort of working in the gym consistently, addressing my nutrition, and taking some time to get some mobility work in. 31 pounds down, and I'm feeling a lot better when I walk around. Been hitting the Swollen 7 club and mace routines when the kids are at recess. And maybe the reason why my behavior students have been on the right track is watching Mr. Peterson swing around the mace. Have a good weekend and go crush it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You've been acting out, maybe detention. I guess they call them behavior students, which is a nice way. Behavior students, you mean lack of, right? Is that the term now? Behavior students. Bad behavior students. I guess that's what it means, but no one wants to say that. All right. So he straightened him out. They're seeing Mr. Peterson swing a freaking steel club. Maybe I'll listen to what he says. Maybe I will not act out because this dude is just cavemaning it at recess. I look over and you see, and the kettlebell swings, just like fucking gorillaing it, just absolutely beefing out. He just goes absolute chimp mode over there, and people are like, what the fuck? Do what he says. Do what he says. That's awesome. Yeah. Goddamn kids. Kids these days. Damn. That's awesome. All right, Mark. Mark is getting all greased up. Mark's putting this all over his body. That's what he told me. He answered us. He responded to a Swole text. I'm like, oh, how is that, honey? And he goes, oh, it feels so good. I mean, and you know, he didn't say tastes good. He said feels good. So I don't know what's going on. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I could just say that. Now it's true. It's on the internet. Now Grok thinks it's true. ChatGPT thinks it's true. Now Google's already categorized it. And in 1,000 years, this transcript is going to be something I'm going to put on a USB drive and bury it in a time capsule. And another civilization is going to find it. And it's going to be the last thing. Oh my God, we found this. Some kid finds it. And they hear this one thing on loop, and it's just becomes the legend of, it's going to be Mark the God, and it's going to be like some kind of image of like a being just covered in honey or something. That got out of hand quickly. All right. So that's not true. But Mark said, been hitting a few farmers markets that I didn't know existed. Found a guy that was selling raw honey and we had a good 10-minute conversation. I can't wait to use these too. So what do we got here? Cinnamon, creamed honey. So I guess it's whipped. Is that another name for whipped? So let's see. Cinnamon creamed honey and apple spiced creamed honey. Ooh, so fancy. Fancy. All right. That's good stuff. Nothing wrong with that. It's not pumpkin spice, it's apple spice. I love apple. I'm not as angry at pumpkin spice as I am other. Like pumpkin itself. I mean, I don't mind if you're making it's squash, right? Isn't it a squash? A pumpkin? Not really. I don't like cinnamon too much. It's hard to. I'm not a big fan of cinnamon. But if it's done right in creamed honey, it could be good. Apple spiced, interesting. Anyone got any honey fix? We get some good honey. Thomas. Hi, I'm new here. My name is Thomas, and I'm in the U.S. Army. Nice. Thank you for your gains. Believe it or not, we have quite a bit of downtime, so staying in shape is something you kind of really have to take personal accountability for and have the proper discipline to stay healthy. The last few weeks has been super slow, so making sure I'm in the gym every day is something I make sure to do, whether it's an hour or two. Consistency is key. I love being muscular, but a nice trim would be nice. My 6-month goal is to lose 20 pounds and get back to 180 through proper nutrition and cardio on top of my daily PT. I'm excited to be a part of the Swolenormous fam and can't wait to see where I can go. Love to hear it. Welcome. Thank you for your service, brother. And thank you for sharing your gains. And you know what's great is that we're making America swole. Talk about that. Yeah. And you know what's awesome? You know what's great? And this is just one example. Obviously, it doesn't matter who it is, but it's great that, and this is the way I always think about it, when you have members of the Swole fam out there, you're kind of little beacons. You're little beacons for the 7 pillars. You're little beacons for your own community. And, you know, the great thing about fitness and making better choices and other people seeing you do it, and you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for yourself, and by proxy, it can benefit many people. Obviously, if someone comes and actually asks you for some information, and there's someone that is in your family or a friend, of course, and you've all had stories where you give them the information. The frustrating part is how people don't really come around to it. They don't do it, or you know, people that just ask questions and then don't really apply, or they start for a second, you know, the same reason why everyone else and maybe yourselves even struggled, right? People just can't create that habit, and they have too much shit going on. They've overloaded their lives, and it's part of the culture and society. Move, add more stuff. We have so much more technology. We should be more efficient, but people are more busy than ever, and they're just exhausted because they're getting pulled 1,000 different directions. The phones are great. I'm going off on a tangent, but the phones are great. The connectivity, what I'm talking about is each member, each one of you that listens to the show and has this information is actively improving your life. The people around you, you are a beacon for that. Just by being physically more healthy. And when people see that, or they see you and you were obese and now you've lost 100 pounds, obviously you know you did something. And maybe they will think, oh, it's Ozempic, or you did this, and maybe you did take it for a little bit, then you found the Swole fam and stopped, or maybe people are going to think what they're going to think. But, when they see you building muscle, when they see you changing yourself, and then they ask you how you do it. That's the great thing. Then you get to explain your habits, and people might be like, oh, okay, and I just got to work harder and blah, blah, blah. It might sound like, but it's the basics. It just makes the most sense. People just don't understand what sense is anymore. They'd rather go get a fucking injection than just stop eating garbage and get outside a little bit more. So this is great. This is great to have another service member part of the fam, and yeah, stoked. Stoked. So it's good, but this is each and every person. It just reminded me of discussing that, every single member, every single person that's taking care of their health, every single person that goes to the fucking gym. And this is why you should be working on yourself. When you work on yourself, it seems selfish to people that don't understand. No, you're actually pulling humanity forward. You're taking care of yourself. You're leading by example. You're not just saying shit and then you're not a hypocrite. A lot of people are hypocrites today. They lie and they'll just say whatever they want to, or they'll be passive, or they're cowards, and say no to stupid shit. And say no to going out and binge drinking and eating garbage and wasting your time, or going out and doing something at 10:30 at fucking night. That's retarded. Go to bed. Get a great start. Feel great in the morning. Go get some sun. I know some of you, it's fucking cold, and I don't know what to tell you. I love the sun. If you love the winter, all right, fine. But, then go into winter mode and make your soups, but still eat with healthy ingredients. Some people, I don't know, you can live where you want to live, but you can still eat better. Still take care of yourself. We have technology. So it makes the winter cold, but you get heat. You have heat, and then you have food, and you get it shipped in. So you can really, wintertime is wintertime when you go outside. But if you're inside and you have heat, and you have, I know a lot of cultures, you're fucking cold, but you're not in the snow. So you can get vegetables, and you can get fresh meat, and get stuff shipped in, even when you wouldn't be able to be farming or slaughtering in the same manner. And I think it really matters what your, I really do think it matters what your, it matters what your genetics, your background, what you're predisposed to, where your family is from, because certain people are better with certain foods or different climates. But I think you can adapt to a lot of things too. Anyway, eating for your environment also matters too. Some of you have really short days, and it's just a whole different thing. It's tough to live in the dark. That's why a lot of populations in warmer climates. It's time to sun the nips. All right. We got some more fun coming up. Let's see. Let's take a couple comments. Let's see what we got going on in the Swole fam. And then we're about to get into some questions, but not quite yet. Let's see. Pam says, the older I have gotten, it's pretty easy for me to say no. No is a complete sentence. You probably heard that quote before, and it's absolutely true. But most people in society, you're raised to say yes to everything. And a lot of people have to say yes to everything, because the more you're a part of the system and the more you're dependent on how the standard system works, you have to play within that paradigm. So you're forced to say yes. You're taught to say yes in school. If you don't say, and yes is agree. If you're taught to it, you're told to agree. If you don't agree, you don't get a good grade. So you're agreeing your whole fucking life until you graduate, and then you're just nodding, and you're not thinking critically for yourself. You're just answering what they tell you to answer. Because if you don't answer it that way, with that answer. And some things that applies with mathematics and hard sciences, physics, you know, it's this number. This is the answer. Based on all this stuff and all these equations, like that is the answer. So you can't fuck around with that. That's why it's very satisfying for a lot of people and a lot of men. That's why it's dominant by men, just because it's just a masculine thing. It's the analytical, detailed, you know, specific. It's not survey of African American literature from 1865 to 1883 for whatever the fuck reason, right? You know, it's just like those are those kinds of liberal arts classes and stuff. That's kind of shit that I remember seeing when I was in college. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Because I had to take one or two for something. I forget the details. I have to think for a second why I took it. I was between majors or something. And it's ridiculous. It's just you're making shit up. And that's what all the gender studies is and all those other kinds of those cultural classes. It's just nonsense. We've seen videos with that before, but I saw it back 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Not good. Not good. All right, fam. You know it. You love it. Most of you kind of fear it, but it is time for Rate My Meal. All right. Let's get into it. First one.
What's in the box?
Adam Toth. We got a lot of accents. Someone tell me and phonetically spell how to say that, because Adam Toth. That's a lot of up and to the rights. So we got salmon. Looks like salmon to me. And that looks like it's cooked exactly how I'd like my salmon. I like it both ways. I like raw fish. I just like protein. But I always did like the kind of seared taste. I love that. I like that. I like that. I like a little, you know, I like, you know, in the stew. So I love that taste. But I like it rare too. I also like raw meat in different ways. And raw fish. So you guys know that if you get fresh fish, man, there's something it's completely different. It's completely different. And when I say fresh fish, I mean like it's out of the ocean. You caught it yourself, or you just got it right off the freaking dock. There's nothing like same day, same caught, properly done. It's delicious. It's delicious. So I know there's good fish out there. And I think most people just haven't had it. Most people haven't had good fish. And maybe I haven't even really had good fish, but I have. I mean, relative to what I've had really good. It's like, oh my God, this tastes completely different. And it wasn't soaked in butter. It wasn't with all stuff on it. It was just delicious because it was so fresh. And it was that's what it was. It was one of my clients. When I was personal training, one of my clients, she had, her husband, they went out fishing. They had a boat and they loved going out. So they always had, and I had trained her whenever I saw her, it was like the day before or whatever it was. They just caught it. And then she gave me some, and I remember it was just so amazing. And it wasn't prepared for me. It was just delicious. Cooked how we normally cooked it. This was a long time ago. Like the same way I normally would cook it, and it was so good. It was so good. Yeah, and I think that's why. And think about it. What do most people have experience with? Tuna fish. And most tuna fish is gross. It's tuna fish. You say cod fish. I mean, people usually have. It's so easy to have a bad experience with fish. How many times have you had a bad experience with meat? I mean, maybe you have a traumatic meat story, but most people, it's fish. It's either old fish and it's overcooked fish, or it's not really fish. I don't know. I guess people have a lot of weird experiences with all of it. But anyway, and the reason is because most people it's much easier to preserve meat than it is, or it's much easier to transport meat and X, Y, and Z. Fish, you have to keep it cold. I guess you got to keep meat cold too. I mean, I guess it depends, but most areas aren't going to have the kind of fresh fish you're going to get, right? Most of the country is not. So we're talking about people in general. I guess it depends on what you're eating. It could be something in a local stream or a river. Maybe there's certain, you're in the Gulf, like there might be certain areas. But again, with microplastics and other toxins, it's just more risky than high quality beef in general. And that's a concern too. So if you have it, I mean, if I have it, I generally have it sparingly. But it's also just because the quality. Anytime I've had issues, it's been with seafood. And it's become less and less of a risk I want to take. I don't fuck with, if it's not fermented, like dairy. So it's dairy. I don't push, expiration dates or anything like that unless it's meant to be fermented. Like you want things fresh. You really want things fresh as possible. So anyway, I've never had any issues with a ribeye or a skirt steak or anything like that. It's just I've never had an issue. Never had an issue with raw liver. I've been eating raw liver for like 15 years. I've never had an issue. Never had an issue. I have no memory of like, oh yeah, I got really violently sick. Not once. Not once. Not once. Not once. But leafy greens or tomatoes or blueberries, raspberries, just fresh berries, vegetables, and we got some rice or something on the side. All right, we got some salmon. Brandon T. Malone, we got, is that chicken? And then some green stuff on the side. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. I don't know what that stuff is. I'm not guessing anymore. Is that shredded lettuce? It looks like it looks like instead of a taco, you're eating you're eating a chicken salad, but you're eating the ingredients of a chicken salad. That looks like you're just eating it separately. Are you making a chicken salad? Or are you just eating the ingredients of it? You just don't want to put it together? They shall not touch. You shall not touch. Just, Dennis, prep food. Park day at Orlando. Yeah, I was at a park day in Orlando, and oh man, when I woke up with the coldest sweats. It was a nightmare. Thank God it was a dream. Prep. What is this? What is that? Dennis, what is that? Dennis, what is that? It says rising fan. Well, the only thing rising is my blood pressure. What is that? Is that banana?
What the fuck is that?
Is that a strawberry or berries? Is that granola? Are you a granola packer? Is it oatmeal? I'm confused. Okay. All right, Dennis, if this works for you, I mean, let's give it up for Dennis, because look, you're going to a park. Hold on a second. This is a positive. Absolute positive. So it's a positive, and I'll tell you why. You're going to a park day, you're going places, obviously you're not getting you're not getting high quality food out, right? You're really not, unless you're going to a supermarket and you're going to like a local, market or butcher if you could find it, So you have the intent, you're planning ahead, so this is great. This is good. This is good. The contents of what you pack, that's going to and I'll say my nutrition has evolved over the years. So I don't eat exactly the same way now that I did 5 years ago or 10 years ago. But I brought my food places. I used to eat oats. I used to microwave them with egg whites and shit. Like most of you fucking did. We all did it. We all did that shit, and it's fucking gross. I'm not proud of it, but I fucking did it. I'm not proud of it at all. I'm not proud, So we did it. If you said you never did it, then you're fucking lying. If you ever tried to make gains, if you tried to make gains from 2000 and if you try to make gains from like probably like 2005 to 2015, I think that was like peak oats. Everyone had an oatmeal phase. Everyone had an oatmeal phase. And this is why I'm saying I'm proud of Dennis for getting this, like, you know, planning it. But like when I look at the oatmeal, I literally, my first instinct is, what the fuck is that? Because it doesn't look like food. Like, what is that brown sludge? What would you be eating? Brown rice? Yuck. Oatmeal for me? Yuck. You know, what's brown? What's brown and crumbly like that? Unless it's beef, but bro, we have some other things to discuss. If you're eating ground beef with strawberries and bananas, we have more problems. I'd be more upset with you. I would be very concerned. Packing them in that manner. If you had them separately, all right. I've eaten weirder combinations of foods, but you're doing great. If you're stacked like that, mixing it, you know, there's hotlines for that. All right. So let's do this. Elifonso, meals for the week. What are we doing? Paint by numbers here? What's with all the color? What's that? What are those are those fucking carrots, Elifonso, are those fucking carrots, man? Are those fucking carrots? Motherfucking guy, this fucking guy.
They never lie.
This fucking guy, man.
I was kidding!
No, it's fucking guy.
I was only kidding!
This motherfucking guy. Fucking cockroach. Fucking carrots, man. All right, but we got steak, we got chicken, and Elifonso loves broccoli, carrots, and cauliflower. Looks plain. It looks, I don't know if it's lightly steamed, but you're gonna be chewing that for a hot minute. Or I mean, not for daddy, but meals. You're prepping in advance. You're prepping in advance. If you can get through that, if you can get through that, and you cannot blow out your asshole, I'm impressed. I am impressed. That hurts my stomach. That hurts my stomach just looking at it. It looks like a lot, man. Is there carbs there? Are you eating any kind of carbohydrates? I don't see any, right? Just super low carb. This is protein and vegetables. Where's the carbs? Where's the fat? That's lean. I mean, I'm just wondering, man. That's like just protein. If you're doing this specifically, so if you're doing this specifically for like a bodybuilding show or something, I don't know. I don't compete, so I've never tried to get dry. Maybe vegetables are so gross you just don't want to eat anything else. So you're just not hungry, and then you get really lean and shredded, and I don't know. But I don't know, man. I think you can find a good carb and some fat too. My stomach hurts on that. Genevieve. We'll call you GC. What are you doing with my bacon here? What you doing with my bacon? Are those potato slices? Are those beets? Why is it red? Are those potatoes? Or are those, oh dear. Are those potatoes, or are those onions, or are those, what's that red shit? What is that on the bottom right? Or is that ham or something? Looks like Jell-O. I'm confused. Asparagus, bacon. Why is there so much asparagus and so little bacon? Are you wrapped around? You went light on the bacon. You went light on the bacon. You know, you should have wrapped. You wrap individually. You wrap individually, because then you can eat. You know, you take the asparagus and you wrap each one individually. You're showing me, so we're just talking about it. Anyway, I'm confused. I don't know exactly what is all this, so I'm not going to judge like, but you make, asparagus tends to burn my tongue. I don't know if asparagus is high in oxalates, but I just kind of avoid it because my tongue burns. I'm very sensitive to those things. So I just stopped eating asparagus, but bacon, hell yeah. Hell yeah, all in. All in, baby. All in. Jesse Smith. Jesse Smith. What we got here? I'm just going to make a guess. We got an everything bagel or something with it. I don't know what that sugar-free thing is. Blueberries. Pineapple or apple slices or...
There are no more shenanigans, no more tomfoolery, no more ballyhoo.
Blaine. Blaine. Drop your questions in the comments. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Let's get into the first question. If you have them, drop them live. Let's get into first one from GXTXM. Papa Swolio, best workout for forearms. Just switching hands. Switching hands. Aww. Yeah, just switch.
Because stickers?
So I would recommend getting a sledgehammer, or you can get those forearm. It's called an arm axe, and you can make it yourself too. It's just a handle, and you can load plates on the end. I'm sure they sell them on Amazon. You know, it might be like some thin metal, and then you can put Olympic plates or probably, whatever plates on the end. You can use a hammer. You can use different devices. You can wrap grips around certain way, whatever. But I would recommend in your training, you want to do a couple of the main movements, right? You can get a rice bucket and do, clockwise, fists. You can do opening fingers. You can do all sorts of things and, blah, blah, to work your extensors and, all the muscles that open up your hands that cross all the way up here. Really good to do like opening and rotations. So like a bucket of rice, you put like 10, 20 pounds of rice in there. So that's good. You can also drop in the comments, anyone, your opinions and what you do for forearms besides beating it. So I know who's going to say it. You guys know who you are. Fucking peanut gallery. So we get it. We get it. You spank your pee-pee a lot. And so you want to do like the wrist flexion and extension. So reverse curls are fantastic. Reverse curls. You can do them sitting down. So your brachioradialis has the most leveraged muscle on top of your forearm and flexes the elbow. Gets hit in reverse preacher curls. Reverse curls, fantastic for building like, not necessarily like width of your arm, but width of your forearm and thickness on the lower part of your arm. So that would help a lot of people look bigger too. That want to look bigger is the brachioradialis, so reverse curls. And then, but you get one of those arm axes and you do pronation, supination, and then radial and ulnar deviation. So standing, it's just bending and flexion of the wrist. You can look that up. So it's rotating. And this is something that we have inside the app that we're putting. I have a whole masterclass that, that's on upcoming on the docket because a lot of people have asked about forearm training. We've talked a lot about grip strength. So I'm going to have more and more content in there with stuff like that. But mace, club, like we already have tons of forearm stuff and you get a lot of that in that kind of training. That's why it's a great way to kind of hit everything at once, but you can get targeted with your forearms too. So just like you want to do the extensions and reverse curls and wrist flexions, and there's different ways and different grippers and farmers carries and things like that for different types of strength, and pinch grip is very important. So what's great about the arm axe is you kind of get like that pinch grip. You get that kind of squeeze. You don't get like that end range, this kind of pinching, but you can just do plate carries like that. You can just grab like 10 pounds and pick them up and hold them. You could train that with just small plates. Most of you, even just putting 2 10s together or, stuff like that and just hold them. Great way to add, and this is the kind of small things that will help keep you from having, doing pronations and supinations and all these kinds of different movements. These are the types of things that keep you from having elbow pain, because you're strengthening the muscles in totality and you are allowing them all to be balanced. So none are rubbing too much and causing inflammation and pain. But that's why club swinging is so great, because you get all that. You get that kind of dynamic circular rotation. So you're getting with like the centrifugal force, and it's great for the joints. It's very much like, I would say, club swinging, and I do it pretty much every day. If I go outside with the dog, sometimes I'll just grab a club. And usually I don't just walk outside with like a 40-pound club. That's like strength training. So I'm already doing a lot of strength training, so I have to be very careful with how much I swing, because if I'm swinging heavy and I'm training hard, I have to one has to give. So either if I'm doing an upper body strength training day, and you can't just go from swinging light clubs, just going really heavy. You have to build up to that over time. So if I want to get into like heavy club swinging, that's like a slow progression, and I have to be mindful with my other training, because it's still strength training. Because I have clubs that get so fucking heavy. It's kind of like deadlift. It's the equivalent. I have some clubs where it's literally the equivalent of probably deadlifting 500 pounds, where it's like you might be able to do it, but I have to focus on training to get back to like doing that specific thing for that weight. And I might never. I know that I might never get back to lifting that again. There's a couple clubs that I have that it's probably just going to be an ornament. I have them, but it's just because then I would just have to stop training with so many other things, or really integrate it. And then of course, it's the given, I'm really into, and I go through different phases. I went hard with like a kettlebell phase for a while, and I still use different things for different tools and I use it for mobility, and kettlebells are great for mobility. So that's a great thing to do on recovery days, or integrating with yoga and side bends and windmills and all that kind of stuff. So mastering different tools is great, because then you can take the specific best ones that complement the other things you want to do if you have other priorities. So clubs and mace, I just have the most overall benefit, and they'll hit your grip as well as all the other things. Yeah, that's a big thing. Cerny says, the pup walked in my gym while swinging my 5-pound steel club. Almost his last day. Door remains closed now. I almost killed Papa Swolio. She walked under. But if there's dogs around, what I do is I always face them. But the thing is, a lot of times, like Rufus, he'll come up behind me. So certain things, I'll never swing a mace with the dogs around unless I see them and they're far away. Just because if they're down, it's long, and Rufus will just could get hit. But Papa Swolio was a beast, because every time I was doing kettlebell swings and I started and I was ready to swing, or in the middle of my swings, she would walk behind me and sit down. I was doing 185 and 200-pound kettlebell swings, and she would get behind me, and I would see her starting to walk behind me, and I'm like, geez, and I would have to bail out of a set, because she would just go and right when I'm doing freaking kettlebell swings, just go lay down behind me. No risk of the kettlebell slipping out of my hand in the middle of the summer. I'm all chalked up. No problem. Just right there. That's fine. It's actually really good, because I'm definitely not going to let go. But I'm definitely not going to do the set, because if I'm not prioritizing that, then I'm not paying attention. And you never know what's going to happen. I'd never forgive myself if I had let go. So yeah, close the door, make sure they're out. It's just smart. You're doing everyone a favor. You're avoiding something that's easily avoidable. Just make sure that you have space. Now what I do is sometimes I'll take, light clubs out. If I'm doing focused swinging, I make sure that I go outside, or I put them away, and I'll focus on that. But a lot of times I'll just pick up light clubs, and I just go outside and I'm swinging. If I see them around, I can just bail out of them easily, and I'm not doing a max lift where I could get hurt or they can get hurt. Just to make it easily avoidable, and then you'll never have the problem. And it's cool. All right, Ekane 010 Papa Solia, how much hours do you do on your gym house? Whoa, how many hours do I do on my gym house? How often do I lift, or how long do I lift? It depends on what I'm doing. So probably about an hour, hour and a half. And it would be less for me if I was in a professional gym where I had, because I have my gym inside, outside, different areas. I'm moving stuff all around and I have to uncover certain things, like, because I'm still in the process of like upgrading the gym. I'm just taking my time, just tweaking things over time, because I do a lot of outside work and stuff. And you guys know there's only so much you can do at one time. So it might take a little bit longer than having, everything. If you go to a commercial gym where you have open gym space and you're doing specific things, just depends on, I don't rush my workouts. So if I'm training, it's usually about an hour or so, give or take, hour and a half, something like that. And I take my time when I'm training. I warm up, I do a few warm up sets, but have I swapped out or added any new pieces to the gym? No. It's only outgoing now. I'm not getting anything. There's a couple things that I want to probably move or sell. But, then if someone's not local or in the area, then it's going to have to get shipped. Some of these machines are heavy. So I definitely need to move a few out. I just don't know which ones 100% yet. Kandam, AK, Papa Solio. I should do a special, because I have a bunch of things that I don't use anymore. I probably won't use. I should do, would that be, I mean, here's the thing. I thought about this, like on the Shopify. It could be like, from the fucking gym. I could just have pieces or things that I want to sell. But the thing is, I don't want to ship it. I don't want to handle any of that. I don't know how much the shipping would be. And some of these things might be large or heavy. And people could just be like, you pay for shipping and just do like close out, just cheaper prices, things that just cover the shipping. But it might just, I don't know. Straight from the fucking gym. Because I have a lot of handles and ropes and stuff that I just like have in a container. Just those ropes you get like from pulley systems and stuff on Amazon and shit that I've gotten over the years. I have so many like ropes, just, the cheap ones, but just so many ropes and shit that I want it gone. I'm going to put out by the side of the road somewhere. How many hours do I need to sleep? Everyone's different, but you should really be sleeping naturally at night and waking up in the morning with the sunrise. A lot of people can't, but blocking out blue light's important. I think, as long as you need to, I think everyone's different. I would say probably people need to sleep at least like 6-7 hours to like 8-9, maybe more. And it depends, right? Women are different sleep patterns, different times of your cycle. I'm sure there's different sleep requirements, or you're going to sleep or want to sleep more during different aspects of your cycle and stuff. So depends for men and women. Alfonso, more weight and less reps. We talk about this a lot. Or less weight, more weight, less reps for most people. But it doesn't have to be 3 reps or something like that. So I'll do, the lowest I go for reps is usually like 5 or 6. And lately I've been aiming for a little bit more. So sometimes I'll fluctuate with what I'm trying to get to. So lately I've been doing more like 8 or 10-ish, depending. But it depends on the body part, at least 6. I'm not going as low on most movements, but so if I overshoot and I get like 3 or 4 reps, I'm like, whoa, and I'll do another set and drop the weight and then get like 7 or 8 or 9. Or I'll do a set of 7 or 8 and then I'll drop the weight and then get another 7 or 8 or 9 or whatever. So you can do that too. You can do a heavier set and then drop the weight a little bit and kind of do a back off set and get a few more reps in there. So you could do one set of 6 to 8 reps and then the next set of 10 to 15 or something, or 10 to 12. So there's no rules to it. You can fuck around. The most important thing is the intensity, how hard you're training, how close to failure you're training, and then is toning a real thing or a myth? It's a myth. It's just how lean you are and your muscle mass. You just want to be less fat. What brand of water do you drink? We're looking for, I don't know if you guys have any suggestions. I'm looking for under sink reverse osmosis system. And we have, you know, like that. We have like a tabletop Berkey system for gravity filtration. It's good if there's power outages and shit like that too. But brand of water? Oh, in terms of, I like sparkling water, so I like Gerolsteiner, and San Pellegrino is good. That's what we have on the side there, because I do like mixing juice with it. Because I'm fancy as fuck. And it's refreshing on a hot day. I think we have some other bottled water too. In glass, though. That's why I like all of it in glass. Yeah, well water is great if you have good water. All right. So let's get into... Oh, yeah. So let's get into good questions. All right. Let's get into some balls deep. We got some new releases, so let's get into it.
That's deep.
Balls deep today is new releases, so you could join the fam over at swolenormousx.com. These are available, will be available shortly in the app, and they'll be syncing up in the next few moments. We got a new recipe. So for members, here's what we got. This week is beef barbacoa. Ooh, fancy. Beef barbacoa. We also have featured classes this week. Jungle Flow number 2 with Rachel. Swollen 7 this week is Kettlebell Round 7. Speaking of kettlebell, so go check that out. Kettlebell Round 7. And the workout of the week is Back and Bicep Swole number 2. So,
You switch the samples.
well, we do switch it every Monday. We have a different featured workout. So check it all out more. Join us over at swolenormousx.com. We do have new yoga, and we do have new merch. And we got to buy one, get one 50% off. So it's awesome for this time of year. It's Black Swole Week. Starts now. Check it out. Black Swole season. Time to make sure that everyone's merch is getting jacked for the holidays. All right. So we got new yoga. New yoga. What we got?
What's in the box?
You love it. Express Yin for Deep Sleep with Alex.
I gave it a 10. A 10! A fucking 10!
She's been all over today's episode. Very nice. Very nice. Yin for deep sleep. That's going to be a great class. So, getting your heart rate down before bed, relaxing, really letting your parasympathetic nervous system, get that fight or flight out of there, relax, meditation, a little deep breathing, turning off the lights, doing a little yin. Super awesome. Super dope. Do your yin for deep sleep. Take the dogs out. Go to bed. Vice versa, whatever. See if you could take a few moments and end your day with this express class. All right, fam. We got new merch, of course. Of course we have new merch. Of course we do. Of course we do. We do. Who's ready for new merch? Who's ready for new merch? Alluded to it in today's episode in the intro. If you saw the new intro of the podcast, or the new meme intro of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Great movie. And I know Thanksgiving's coming up, but it's like the holiday season, cutting into a turkey in the movie. So we got...
What's in the box?
Papa Swolio's Gainesmas Vacation, or Papa Swolio's Christmas Gymcation. Buy one, get one, fitty. Merry Swoleness, everyone. So this is, if you're just listening, it's your boy jacked as fuck holding dumbbells in a Santa costume with the Christmas lights electrocuted, just like the movie, in the movie cover. So go check it out. Great for the holiday season. Make some gains. It's on a mug. Looks great on a flag. All the products. All the options. Maybe it's not tank season. Hoodie. It's a hoodie season. I know we're always showing the pictures, but whenever you see a new design, remember it's every item. Every item is going to be, you have all the options. So the thing is, I'm wearing a tank right now. I'm going to go back out and sun my nips and tips. So if you need a hoodie, you need a hat, all those options over there. PapaSwole.com. Buy one, get one fitty. Buy one, get one fitty. I won't say it. I see it in the chat, Cerny. Love it. Love it. I need more scalp seed oil. Shh, I'm not going to say anything. I won't say anything. And go enjoy the rest of your day. Go make some sick gains. Hope you had a great weekend. Let's get into the Swole card before we go. It's Swole AF. You got a chance to drop that in the comments. Swole AF. Let's give this card away. Today's winner is Thomas Schwartz. May the Schwartz be with you. Congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3483 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. Congratulations on winning today's Swole card. May the gains be with you, and may you, good sir, be Swole AF. Thanks for being here, fam. We will see you tomorrow. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made.
that's a bed that you made.
That's a bed that you laid.
That's a bed that you laid.
What kind of game is you playing?
What kind of game is you playing?
Go hard in the paint.
We go hard in the paint shit.
What the fuck is you saying?
What the fuck is you saying?
Go with it.
I only go where they pay.
What kind of game is you playing?
What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you children.